Michael Bisping and Paul Felder discussed the possibility of Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira headlining the UFC's planned White House card in June, as the chances of this actually taking place only increased following the fiasco of the last heavyweight title fight with Aspinall and Gane. There's no doubt Jon isn't really popular among fans at the moment, and this was directly caused by the terrible management of his retirement decision. Keeping things vague and indecisive with an active interim champion in his weight class stalled the division and gradually turned a large portion of the fan base against him. This is one of the main reasons why Aspinall's fan base exploded in the last year, as people viewed him as the one who can finally give Bones his first octagon defeat. From nonsensical arguments against his status as one of the GOATs of the sport, or just genuine disinterest in him ever fighting again, many in the community have turned into his avid detractors. The no contest fight between Aspinall and Gane and how the bout was playing out before it was stopped benefited Jon like no one else. Not only did the perception of Tom as this unstoppable force in the division that was supposed to destroy the Frenchman with ease take a massive hit, Dana has now also turned against him. Since all of this happened, Jon and Alex have been going back and forth about fighting each other, and it seems this idea isn't as far-fetched as it once was.
Maybe it's a little soon, a little low blow to Tom and Ciryl for that situation, but I don't know. I feel like that fight can happen there now, after this. That's how Jon operates, man. He's that kind of stuff. He's like, and he don't even care. He's like, nah, I'm good. Oh, now.
And that little smile on Pereira's face as he's walking along.
He walked away going, oh shit, now I might get this. But yeah, it'd be a weird situation, because what do? It would be a non-title fight against Jon. Because it wouldn't be, unless... There's no way Jon's ever going to go back down. Yeah, they just said it in that text. Yeah, they want it to be heavyweight. I don't even think Alex wants to keep making even light heavyweight much longer. That guy just keeps getting bigger, it seems.
Well, they're both 38 years old. They're both the same height.
Yeah.
Of course, the resumes are completely different. I mean, Alex has got a great resume, but Jon Jones with the wrestling and all the rest of it, we don't need to go into that. We all know he's much more well-rounded. Hey. Would I do the same thing if I were them? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo disagree on Jack Della Madalena's potential to deliver an upset in his first title defense against Islam Makhachev. The Aussie champion opened up as a pretty decently sized underdog against the challenger, who will be making his debut at welterweight with a chance to step out of Khabib's shadow by achieving something that Nurmagomedov never wanted to try. Considering his dominant winning streak at lightweight as a champion, coupled with a considerable grappling advantage he'll have over JDM, at least on paper, bookies have made him a heavy favorite, but the newly crowned champ at 170 is ready to destroy many parlays this month. He's on an incredible 18-fight winning streak, 8 of which took place in the UFC. Taking the title away from Belal Muhammad, Della Maddalena showed solid anti-grappling skills, something that makes this upcoming matchup so much more interesting. While discussing the fight on their podcast, Kamaru and Henry found themselves on opposite sides.
Explain to me why he's better, or why he's going to give Islam a good fight. I just don't see it.
Why?
I want you to really elaborate on why JDM is going to give Islam Makhachev, because you say tough fight, so I'm gonna kind of push your buttons a little bit. How? Where is JDM? Where does he fit? Where does he give, or better yet, where does he give Islam a fit? Striking? Grappling? Submissions? Takedown defense? Takedowns? I don't see a Kush. I see total dominance from my brother Islam Makhachev.
Listen, I hear exactly what you're saying, and obviously I want Islam to win, but it's not going to be that easy, because one thing, and I think is one of the, if not the most important thing that we need in this game, in this sport, and it is the belief in himself and the courage to just go out there and execute. This dude, I've watched him in a couple of fights. Spirit was never broken, and you saw in his last fight when he came out and he looked that much improved, he pieced your boy up. He pieced him up. And hey.
Wow, now it's my boy, huh?
Oh, my bad. That's not your boy?
Khabib Nurmagomedov blows up the Russian MMA media space with his comments on Tom Aspinall regarding the no contest controversy in the Ciryl Gane fight. One of the reasons his comments, though not particularly harsh or provocative, came as a shock to many is the fact that he was seen in Aspinall's locker room before the fight giving him advice on how to approach the matchup, which people interpreted as support, thus Khabib picking sides in the heavyweight title clash. What followed minutes after was a disastrous ending to the card that was supposed to give some life to the stalled division, moving it along with an undisputed champion and saving its prestige. Aspinall's decision not to continue fighting after getting eye pokes sparked outrage and social media debate on whether he's a quitter who realized the fight wasn't going to be as easy as expected and took a way out, or a victim of a gruesome injury who chose the most pragmatic move, opting to not fight injured and risk losing his title, which he got by way of promotion from the interim status after John's retirement. The fundamental difference in basic principles and an honor code is what differentiates the two sides, and Khabib revealed which side he's on, though that shouldn't come as a surprise to people who've been paying attention to the sport and its biggest players for a while. In an interview with a Russian reporter, when asked about Aspinall not continuing the fight against Gane, here's what Khabib said.
Аспиналу очень тяжело будет. Должен был он драться или нет, это вопрос будет всегда стоять. Но это один вопрос, но другой вопрос. Чем тяжелее человек выйдет, тем лучше для него. Если не выйдет, это значит, он никогда не был на том уровне, чтобы быть чемпионом.
Merab previews his rematch against Petr Yan, promising a dominant win in a fight that he's gonna make look easy. In the recent round of fight announcements from Dana White, the final ESPN card was revealed, with which the broadcasting deal with the UFC ends as the company transitions to CBS from next year. It's gonna be a pay-per-view card with two title fights. Alexandre Pantoja will defend his title against the young prospect Josh Van in the co-main event, and in the headliner, the bantamweight champ is defending his title once more this year in another rematch against Yan. The Machine visited Hunter Campbell and Dana White days after his win against Corey Sandhagen and expressed to them how much he desired to break the record for the most title defenses in a calendar year, pushing to have his fourth fight this year scheduled soon. He got his wish, and on December 6th, the Georgian will have a chance to break another UFC record. As far as the matchup itself, it's safe to say he's not really worried about the challenge ahead.
So same thing like Sean O'Malley said, he will be 75% better, and I finish him. So same thing. It's good for me. Like Peter said, he was 50%, and it's good. Listen, as a fighter, I know he's dangerous, he's tough, and he's a good fighter. And then we all know that he's coming very good winning streak. He deserves the most now. I'm taking quick turnaround, and it's gonna be great fight. And then we all know one punch and one little mistake can change anything, especially against Petr Yan. He's dangerous opponent, you know. And I'm just gonna training hard, and I will be ready for worse. But I believe I can make it look easy. You know, I believe. But we all know, look
easy.
I think so. But but it's a fight, and we all know. So we saw Pereira against Ankalaev. First fight, we saw what happened. Second fight, we all saw what happened.